Alright, before you start with Counter-Strike 2 basics, there's one fundamental you have to understand. It works on every map, and that is angles. You need to know your angles, where to peek, where to look out, where to watch for counter-terrorists. It is so fundamentally important to the game that you basically cannot play without knowing these. Just watch this clip. Well, I can hear both sides, which is kind of annoying, but oh, still an epic match.
Let's set this place on fire.
Did someone finally respond to me on Discord? Alright, there's 2 headshots. And it wasn't even his enemy. No, it's fine. There's 2 headshots, 2 of them down. It ain't looking good. Keep that right there. Flick on the headshot. And through the edge of the barrel. Alright, you might be saying to me, oh, that clip was nice and all, nice headshots, by the way, but what does that have to do with peeking angles? And I'm about to show you. Just using a little drawing app. You see, I am right here behind this barrel. These crates are here. And you see, just gonna turn down my drawing size real quick. I can see the head of the people poking up. But guess what? I'm gonna make a little drawing here. I'm behind this crate. Let's draw it like this. I'm behind here. I'm pointing a gun at them. And they're all the way down here. So they can shoot at me, but they're most likely going to hit the barrels and get stopped. Meanwhile, I have the perfect angle to just start headshotting them, as you saw. So, that is why angles are important. It drastically increases your chance of winning a match. It was a 2v4 or 1v4. Either one, I picked off 4 of them in one round with a deagle. Now, this is to say that there's some better angles than some other. That's part of what I'll be covering. Today I'll be going over Dust 2 and all of its basic angles. You know, there's some more complicated ways to peek angles and stuff, but there's just some basic ones and, you know, some pros and cons of each of them and what you can do with these angles. So, you know, I feel like it's a bit helpful. So, you know, we're going to start at CT spawn with this angle. Pretty reliable in a pistol round if you really just want to fight people. I've done it with my friend Bean a few times. It's, you know, pretty decent if you just want to have some cover. Because look how hard that is to hit. Your bullets could be going everywhere if you're panicked. Then you got this right here, which I do not recommend. Terrorist. I'll actually see if I can get a little timer going on this. Hold up. Alright, let's see just how long it takes to go from CT spawn to the sniping zone, as I will call it, compared to terrorist. Alright, let's watch this. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. So it's a bit more like 4.2 seconds, maybe 4.1 to get right here, at which point you would have already been shot if they were waiting for you. Unless you jump, which is, you know, a pretty decent strategy. But alright, let's go test and see how long it takes on terrorist. This is actually an ideal setup as a terrorist sniper. It's a whole lot closer than CT, so let's just see how fast I can do this. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And I'm already in position. So that was a really late pause, but it would probably be something more like 3.5, 3.4, which means they have a huge advantage on that. I do not recommend going there, alright? So yeah, that's like my 2 cents on that. And now back to counter-terrorist for the remainder of this. So I'll just be using a pistol because I'm poor right now. But So we covered CT spawn, we covered this, so it seems to make sense that we keep going this way. Next up, we have this. Pretty good spot, you know, not very reliable cover unless you like crouch. Even then, it's not great. You can definitely mow him down from there, but I don't recommend it too much, because while you may be fighting there, if you have a teammate that's also fighting here, you can get snuck up on from like right there. Which is pretty bad, because then you'll lose two teammates. But yeah, as I was actually saying, this spot right here, pretty good for defending there, and defending there, and defending here. But there's so many entrance points that it's kind of hard to keep track of them all at once, and you will most likely die. Next, we got the two most commonly used positions. Well, yeah. One right here, so you can shoot up at someone there, and we just poke out right around there, shoot there. There's also another variation that's like right here, but it's not quite as good. It doesn't give you as much reliable cover. You got poking around here, you know, jumping and all that. Then you got over here, pretty reliable cover, especially for like crouching and stuff. So you know you can definitely withstand some AK fire, just crouching back here and hoping not to get hit. Back here, however, a completely different story. You're completely in the open, and while you may be able to like crouch and still get some decent cover, protecting your stomach and stuff, you're still gonna just get mowed down. Then you got two angles. One of them I'm kind of fond of, right here. You know, shotgun or taser right here, pretty good if someone's not expecting it. Mag 7 is always great here. Then you got the kind of variable position. You can shoot here, kind of hard because you're visible from basically every angle. And then you got here where you're hidden from over there, except sometimes you can see possibly the top of their head. But anyone coming around here has the peeker's advantage and will be able to shoot you up. Up next, we got like right here, where you can hide behind this pillar, strafe a little bit, take them out with pistols. Over here, you can kind of do the same thing. I wouldn't recommend it as much because it's a much wider gap, so more bullets are going to be passing through. You got back here, like on the stairwell, easier to headshot you, but they won't see you for as long, most likely. Or they won't see you until later, I mean. Then you got right here, you can poke around, but you can also take people off with headshots as they're trying to go up the stairs. However, it's pretty easy to see, especially if you're crouching. Anyone in this area can really see you, maybe a bit further because your feet are lower down than your eyes. Then you got right here, great if someone's like right over there, coming around through there, or just kind of poking around through here, especially if they don't notice you, in which case you can get $1,500 or $750 for playing on casual like a loser, for tapping them off with a knife. If you can't do that, you can always just pistol or rifle them. Next little thing, we got the gate angles, including one right here. You're tapping people off to try to come through the gate, but it's pretty well known. You also just hide directly behind the gate, which they won't see first, but they'll still get peeker's advantage, which is kind of difficult to deal with. You can do the same on this side, doesn't really matter. And you also got the crate, which protects you from fire from up there, but has the disadvantage anyone coming through here can just easily see you. Oh, my gun's back. That's neat. And then you got up here towards T-spawn, which I already covered in the sniper. You can pick people off, duck around cover, pick people off. You know, you got that peeker's advantage. It's fine. You also do it hiding. When someone comes around that corner, just blitz them. Use the M4A4 for this. This is a great stop for snipers, as I said earlier. You got angles like this, defending against someone trying to come back or coming around. You got an angle like this right behind the car where it's much harder to hit you. You can see straight through. That also includes coming around right here and hiding here. They got peeker's advantage on you. It's a pretty well-known spot. But if there's smoke or something, you definitely have the advantage. Come around from behind that barrel. I don't recommend that. You're still very much in the open. Let's head back up towards T-spawn. Now, I don't think any CT is really going to push this far back unless they're trying to flank you. But if they do, you always just got the spot right behind this car. Completely cover that entire doorway and over there. Pretty nice. You actually be switching to the pistol because for me, that M4 is so loud. Oh my god. Anyway, as we're making a full circle, let's head over here to one of the campiest spots known to man, with angles including here, which is good for picking people off that are coming around that corner trying to sneak. Don't really use that one, you can kind of be seen from it. Right here, great for shotguns and stuff if no one's expecting it. Down here, great for rifles as they're trying to come around that corner, especially if you're trying to peek them off from here. But people really tend to look down there unless they're like completely preoccupied with, guess what, 2 more angles. One right here allows people to pick off, normally with an AUG or something like that. And moving back here, if someone comes around the corner, pick them off from behind this car, which provides great protection from up there and from down there, but lacks in the behind area. However, you'll normally not be camping behind this with no one guarding your flank, so not much of a liability. You got a couple camping angles up here, including right here. It's much farther back than people expect, but you can still be tapped off pretty easily in a duel. Right here, terrible spot in my opinion. Anyone coming up has peeker's advantage. They will see you, and you know, you've got all this clutter in the way. They may see you well before you see them, which is even worse. Then you got places like up here to guard over there. Terrible because you're just kind of in the open. This spot is at least slightly better, but I still don't recommend it. You're looking to defend directly on the bomb site with decent cover for every angle, except over there, the cursed domain. You can just kind of crouch here, either getting protection from the side from there, protection from over there, from this, and you can always just peek above and tap people off. You also can't really be seen over this railing, so you definitely got some sort of advantage there, but, you know, it might not be the best. And with our final camping angle, right here. Oh my god, I've been subject to this so many times, just peeking around the angle and immediately just getting mowed down. Like, oh my god. It's very annoying, especially with shotguns. But it's a great camping angle for either T waiting for CT to come around, or CT waiting for T to come around. And whoever's up here can always just shoot down through there, pick off any person that may be camping in that corner, or trying to go through that gate. So, you know, I hope you enjoyed this, not very descriptive, but definitely gives you the basics and why they're good or bad about the angles in Dust 2. You know, I really hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I will be doing Inferno next. It's one of my favorite maps.